Hi everybody, good morning to all. Dear students, once again we are back after a week. So today we are going to resume this chapter, the type of surgery. But we had left from the page number 5, sorry, page number 3. Okay, if you have this textbook, okay, kindly take this the footprints without feet. Okay, they kindly take page number 3. Okay, and paragraph number 3 also. Okay, paragraph number 3. So in the first class of this chapter we dealt that this is dog. Okay, Tiki. Okay, the character also you know that. Okay, already I had written that characters and who all are involved in this chapter. So Tiki is the name of a dog. Then when he falls, when that dog falls sick, that time he was taken to the hospital with a lot of pain in Miss Murphy's. Okay, Miss Murphy. Don't forget. Okay, this is Miss Murphy is the this is what is this author's wife. Okay, Miss Murphy. So so that was the what this in the first video of this chapter. Okay, when this Murphy and along with other workers. Okay, they took this Tiki to the hospital. Okay, so that is the first video. So after admitting to the hospital, what happens today we are going to see in the page number 3. So at the surgery, the household dogs searched around me. Tiki looked down at the noisy pack with a dull eye and went to put down. Lay motionless on the carpet. The other dogs, after sniffing around him for a few seconds, decided he was uninteresting object and ignored him. Okay, so in this paragraph we see that this dog, okay, dog Tiki was admitted to the hospital. I mean, for him separate. Okay, I am using him because because it is a male dog. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, so for this dog, what is separate cushion, separate bed, separate what is the room also was provided. So according in his room, but everything was all facility were given. Okay, even beside that. The dog's room also there were so many dogs. Okay, so I made up a bed for him in a warm loose box next to the one where the other dogs slept. For 2 days I kept an eye on him, giving him no food for plenty of water. At the end of the second day he started to show some interest in his surroundings, and on the third he began to whimper when he heard the dogs in the yard. Whimper means but this one wailing groan. Okay, wailing groan means when one dog hears the barking of other dogs. So this dog also barks. So the same way this Tiki responded after hearing that barking of the dog when he heard from his surroundings. Okay. When I opened the door, Tiki trotted out. Okay, trotted out means barked loudly. Okay, trotted. T like E-R-O-T-T-E-R. Okay, trotted. Okay, trotted means barked loudly. Okay. So trotted out and was immediately engulfed by Joe, the greyhound, and his friends. After rolling him over and thoroughly inspecting him, the dog moved off down the garden. Tiki followed them, rolling slightly with the surplus fat. So, in this paragraph, we see that one. This is Miss Murphy opened the door of this Tiki. Okay, because this is inside that room. Tiki was just anxious. Okay, after hearing the noise or barking of other dogs around him. Then when Miss Murphy opened that window, opened the door for this dog shed. Then this dog came out. Okay, came out of the this dog shed. Later that day, I was present at feeding time. I watched while the Tristan slopped the food into the bowls. There was usual handlock rush followed by the sounds of high-speed eating. Every dog knew that if he fell behind the other, he was liable to have some competition for the last part of his meals. So, in this paragraph, we see that when this dog, Miss Marpy opened the door for this Tricky, that time this dog came out of that dog shed. Okay, dog shed means where he was, where this dog was kept. Okay, that is called a dog shed or dog. Yes, a dog shed. So when it came out of that dog shed, it started running along with the other dogs. Okay, then the food which was offered. Okay, the food which was offered to him also. So he started eating, but with not that much interest. You know that what was the actual problem for this Tricky? The Tricky was suffering because of his fatness. Okay, because this dog was eating. Okay, this dog had no any physical exercise, nothing. Therefore, it was becoming fatter and fatter. Okay, so after getting into that hospital, this dog was trained how to diet. Okay, diet, you know that eating food. Okay, eating food according to according to the need of the body. Okay, that is called what a diet. So afterwards, after this after proper training to this dog Tricky, this dog also learned how to diet about the food which was offered to him. Also, he did not take it as he was taking before. Then the next paragraph, page number 4. So when they had finished, Tricky took a walk around shining bowls, licking casually inside one or two of them. The next, an extra bowl was put out for him, and I was pleased to see him jostling his way towards it. Okay, so in this paragraph we see that one. So so many dogs were there. Okay, along with this Tricky, so many dogs were there. So what was that condition that one? After running, okay, after running along that dogs, if some dogs, if the particular dog which is left behind that running race, then that dog has to compete with the last or else the leftover food. Okay, the dog has to compete eating or else finishing the leftover food. So that was the condition set before that this dog racing. Therefore, this Tricky has to run faster than any other dog, so that he should not lose or he should not eat the leftover food what is left before him. Okay, so again in this paragraph also you see that this dog was Tricky also after finishing that race, this dog did not show that much interest towards the food. Okay, that is the meaning of this paragraph. Then next one. From then on, his progress was rapid. Okay, he had no medicinal treatment of any kind, but all day he ran about the dog, joining in their friendly scrimmages. He discovered the choice of being bowled over. Tramped the gang, unlikely silky little object among the shaggy, you know that it means hairy dogs. Okay, shaggy. Okay, shaggy means what? Hairy. Okay, with a lot of hair, that is called what? Hairy. Okay, shaggy. Both are representative. Okay. So shaggy crew. Shaggy crew means here it is usually crew means it is referred to as what a group of people, but here it is what a shaggy crew means here it is the big number of this is shaggy dogs. Okay. So fighting like a tiger for his share at meal time and hunting rats in the old hen house at night. So he had never had such a time in his life. So in this paragraph we see that this dog Tricky started running along with the other dogs. This is shaggy crew. Okay, I mean this hairy dogs. There were a lot of hairy dogs in a big number. So along with that hairy dogs, this Tricky started running every day. Okay, so he was eating. Okay, this dog was eating food at the same time also it was participating in a physical exercise. So there was a little improvement in his health condition. All the while, Miss Murphy hovered anxiously in the background, ringing a dozen times a day for the latest bulletins. Bulletins mean announcement. Okay. I dodged his correct quote, one according to the weather, but I was able to tell her that the little fellow was out of danger and convulsing rapidly. Okay, convulsing means recovery. Okay. Right. Okay, recovery. Convulsing means what? Recovery. Recovering rapidly. I mean in a fast way. Okay, not slowly. So in this paragraph we see that this every day this exercise was practiced regularly. Okay, which one? This a dieting and this running along with this what shaggy or else heavy dogs. Okay, this routine, this dieting and this physical exercise was being followed regularly for the better health for this for this Tricky. So there was what actually in the beginning what and this doctor told that we have to operate or else we have to give the medicine medicinal treatment or else medicinal treatment to this dog. Who said this? This doctor told. Okay, after seeing this condition of this dog, but after this dieting or else after getting into this everyday physical exercise, this dog thought. Which one? Sorry, this Murphy. Okay, Miss Murphy thought that this is for Tricky. Okay, no any medical treatment is required because this physical exercise is enough for her for its better health. Okay, so as a result what it was a recovery. Okay, we show this dog was recovering from its overweight. Okay, the word convulsing, okay, or else this recovery. Okay, convulsing seemed to do something for Miss Murphy. Took strength for a happy period. My partners and I had 2 eggs each for breakfast. But when the bottles of wines began to arrive, the real possibilities of the situation began to dawn of the household. So after some time, what is food? This food habit also were changed. Okay, so even as this dog was taking before this bread or this wine, so after this physical exercise or after his recovering, but wine also was offered to this dog. You know that usually in India or else I mean other parts of the world, what is wine or the bread, what usually people used to get. You know the present condition, how important it is food. What is see what kind of costly foods are offered for this animal or is a dog. So even wine also was offered to this dog. So it was to enrich Tricky's blood. Lunch became the ceremonial. Okay, ceremonial I mean ritual. Okay, ritual occasion. The lunch became a ceremonial occasion with 2 glasses of wine before and several during the meal. Okay, so before the meal and after the meal, what this wine was offered to this dog. That is what like a ritual or a ceremonial. I mean with a big arrangement, it was offered to the dog. Okay, so you could hardly believe it when the brandy. Okay, I mean different variety. Okay, brandy came to put a final edge on Tricky's constitution. For a few rites, the fine spirit was rolled around, inhaled, and reverently drank. So after offering this all these things, this dog, this wine, and so many foods to the dog, so it consumed slowly, but it did not again fall sick. Okay. There were days of deep content, starting well with the extra egg in the morning, improved and sustained by the midday wine, and finishing luxuriously around the fire with the brandy. So after sometimes water, this wines or also bread or different kinds of food, what this brandy was taking, that was being offered to this dog. How many minutes?
Oh,
It was a temptation to keep Tricky on as a permanent guest, but I knew Miss Murphy was suffering, and after a fortnight felt compelled to phone and tell her that the little dog had recovered and was awaiting collection. Within minutes, about 30 feet, gleaming means shining. Okay, the shining black, gleaming black metal drew up outside the surgery. Okay, the chauffeur opened the door, and I could just make out the figure of Miss Murphy, almost lost in the interior. Her hands were tightly clipped, or else clipped means enfolded. Okay, enfolded in front of her. Her lips trembled. Tremble means shaking. Okay. Or Mr. Harriet, do tell me the truth. Is she really better? So after some days, what? They say Miss Murphy was not in the hospital. Okay. Miss Murphy was at home. But they say another, the gardener. Okay. The gardener was with the hospital, or else he was looking after all this, looking after this dog at the hospital. So after some days, there was what a message from Miss Murphy that the dog, whether the dog was getting better or not. Then this gardener, okay, this gardener told the truth that yes, dog is getting better, or else it is getting recovered day by day in a speedy manner. Okay, so this was the good news. This was the good news to convey it to Miss Murphy. Yes, he is fine. There is no need for you to get out of the car. I will go and fetch him. I walked through the house into the garden. A mass of dog was huddling around. I mean, moving or else running around. Okay, running round and round the lawn in their midst. Ears flapping tall, waving, was the little golden figure of Tricky. In 2 weeks, he had learned to transform itself, and lead hard the muscled animal. He was keeping too well with the pack and stretching out in a great bounds, his chest almost brushing the ground. So in this paragraph we see that the dog who Tricky almost became a perfect. Okay, it got recovered from all the sicknesses as it was suffering from before. Okay, so and then this everything also was conveyed to Miss Murphy, and it started also to run or also play along with the other dogs around him. So I carried him back along the passage to the front of the house. The chauffeur was still holding the car but open, and when Tricky saw his mistress, he took off from my arms in a tremendous leap and sailed into Miss Murphy's lap. She gave a startled ooh, and then he had to defend herself as he stormed over her, licking her face and barking. So in this paragraph, we see that this dog was handed over to whom? Miss Murphy in the car itself. Okay, this gardener told that Murphy not to come out of the dog. I will give you the dog in the car itself. Okay, so during this excitement, I helped the chauffeur to bring out the beds, toys, cushions, coats, and balls, none of which had been used. As in her eyes, her lips trembled. Oh, Miss Harriet, she cried, how can I ever thank you? This is a triumph of surgery. So, after the recovery of a dog, this dog was handed over to Miss Murphy. Then Miss Murphy also was very happy, and Miss Murphy told Mr. Harriet that how can I thank you that the goodness or also the help what you have done to me or also what you have done to my Tricky. Okay, this is not without a medicinal care or also without the care of a doctor. It is much more than the triumph of surgery. Which one? The dieting or also physical exercise. So this is the summary or also the topic of this chapter, the triumph of surgery. So here we come to an end of this first chapter. So thank you so much for listening me patiently. Have a nice day.